Now, who are for the first time here in the club, please come to the stage and say a couple of words about you. Yes, no? Ladies, are you for the first time here? Yes, come on. Yes, this is the public speaking club. No way. Yes, yeah, you can just start. All of the newcomers. Yes, usually all the newcomers. You are the first time? What, this is not, you have already been here? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So please tell us your name, what are you doing here, what you want to share with us?
Okay. And I don't know anything about this place, about you, but I would like to know more. I am gymnastic coach and poetess and drummer and nanny. I don't know, many hobbies in my life. I love English. Last 3 years, I lived in Thailand, and I a little bit practiced my English. And now I would like to live in Moscow here. It's my first time. I'm here only 5 months. And
Yeah,
I think that's all.
Place, yes, too. This is a great place to start. Get acquainted with people in Moscow and to start practicing English.
Hello. I'm really glad to see you, everybody. My name is Muradova Bella. I'm just a housewife, and here I'm with my daughter. She's a student of Moscow Financial University. We came to hear you, to enlarge our knowledge about English, and I have no practice a few years, I guess. That's why I'm sorry for my English. And I wish you good evening. And I'm sure that it would be very useful for us. At least for me.
Thank you very much. You can take your seats. Yes. By the way, you have a very good pronunciation, and you should not be sorry for your English because we are all here to practice. So, Samira, I have already taken the floor, and that is why I would proceed with my presentation. Samira has already heard this presentation, maybe some of you already too. Do you know anything about Toastmasters except for the thing that there are public speaking clubs? On after parties, great. Yes, so Toastmasters is a worldwide organization. There are more than 14,000 clubs all over the world. And in Toastmasters, there are some core values. Who remembers the core values? Yes, they are on the slide, but just in case you didn't know, you can, at this very moment, repeat them. So this is integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Which one works? Yeah, okay, this one. So Toastmasters. A lot of people all over the world are the part of these TMI letters, and they know that they are all like a big family. So whether you are a member, you can come to any club and participate and present your speech and get a feedback from anyone all over the world. So this organization is quite big and has a pyramid structure. Don't be afraid, we are not a sect here, but still, all of these people serve personally each of you. Each member of each club is served by the officers, by area directors, division directors. Here is a big scheme. I will just skip it to save some time, some minutes, but you should know that all the structure and people wearing badges who asked me about the badge, they are all serving the members of the clubs. This is the structure of the whole Toastmasters. It is divided into several regions and then districts and divisions. So now you see the current situation, but each year it can change. By the way, the next year, this structure might be different. So here you can see the regions with numbers 108, 109, and so on and so forth. And this 108 is the region which includes also, not the region, which includes the district 108. And in this district, there are 7 countries. So you should know that you are all a part of something bigger. The countries are Poland, which enumerates which has the greatest number of clubs, then Litva, Lithuania, Estonia, Finland, Kazakhstan, and Russia. And so here we go with the numbers. There are more than 80 clubs in the 7 countries, 19 areas, 5 divisions. And so I am the representative of the division. Each club, each district, each division has its mission. So the club of a mission, yes, Tatiana, I think that your president will somehow share or discuss the mission of your club, but of course it is the bringing excellence and skills and making people better and helping them to grow and learn. The district, what?
That's a long one.
Yes, that's a long one because the clubs are the heart of the whole structure. And district, we build new clubs and support the clubs to achieve their excellence. So here we go. Why is it so slow? Yes, these 3 beautiful ladies form the core team of our district. So you remember the 7 countries? This is called the district, and it has its director, its program quality director, and club growth. So these ladies help us communicate with the headquarters, which are situated somewhere in the US. They have extended team of division directors. This lady with on the very bottom, yes, you can see right here, and her name is Marina Prudnikova, so division director of Division F. We also have the area directors, which help me to coordinate all the clubs in Russia and Kazakhstan. So our Division F unites all the clubs in these 2 countries. By the way, here we have 2 other great members of Russian Toastmasters, Ekaterina Dymova, who was the ex-president, who is the ex-director of our division, and Anna Rubinina was area director when I was the club president. So yes, people still survive. You should know it. We also have area directors at the moment: Irina Gurtovaya, Alexander Ruzyanov, and Nurbon Nurmakhanulu. And our extended division team includes Zoom master, treasurer, Telegram channel director, and ambassador of club growth and club growth assistant. Maybe some of you meet with Lyubov Gershman to help us enlarge the number of members of the clubs. Each week they meet. So we have, by the way, who wanted to have a badge, we still have some vacant roles for this year and for the next year as well. Yes, I think that this is all with my presentation. So why did I want it, and why Samira wanted me to tell you about it? For you to know that you are not alone here in Moscow in Gorky Park auditorium, right? You are a part of a very big structure where everyone is happy to see each other and help each other. Samira, I think that now the stage is yours. We have already talked to the newbies.
Thank you, Marina, for this wonderful presentation. Now we can start the main part of our program. Have you ever felt guilt, fear, or doubt that secretly controls your life?
What if those same things would be the key to your greatest strength? Carl Jung called these hidden parts of ourselves the shadow. The shadow is part of us that we usually hide. It's our fears, our regrets, our traits that we don't want to admit even to ourselves. From our childhood, we learned what is acceptable and what is not. And we start pushing away the parts that don't fit, the traits and feelings we suppress or reject. For example, a child that was told that anger is bad or wrong may bury it deep inside. As adults, they might struggle to be assertive or feel frustrated with people who freely express their emotions. But exploring that buried anger can reveal healthy assertiveness and ability to set boundaries. When we feel jealous, frustrated, afraid, or defensive, we receive signals from our shadow. And if we pay attention to these feelings and emotions instead of brushing them aside, we can reclaim those lost parts, learn from them, and even turn them into sources of our growth and strengths. Next slide. Carl Jung once said, meeting the self is at first a meeting with the shadow. The shadow is a tight passage, a narrow door, whose painful constriction no one is spared, who goes down to the deep well. To know yourself, you must accept the darkness within. Next slide. In the context of public speaking, this idea becomes also very relevant. Every time we speak before others, we face fear of exposure. Will they reject me? Our ego. Will they admire me? And vulnerability. Can I show who I really am? These are shadows, inner doors we pass through before we can truly connect with our audience. Public speaking is like a mirror. It reflects our inner world. Sometimes what we hide shows up on the stage without even realizing that. Let's look how we can turn our shadows into our allies. So the first one is fear of judgment. We often repress the part of us that feels small, unworthy, or afraid of being seen. It whispers, they will think that I'm not good enough. And when we stop fighting this fear and face it instead, we gain courage and authenticity, and the audience feels our honesty. The next one. The next one is perfectionism. Behind flawless delivery often hides insecurity, a wish to control everything and be approved of. When we allow ourselves small imperfections, we let our true selves appear. And that is when we become real and human. The next one is overconfidence or showiness. Sometimes pride masks deep insecurity. We try to impress other people to avoid showing vulnerability. But when we balance strength with humility, our confidence becomes grounded and our presence feels warm, not distant. Fear of your own power. Many of us were taught to stay modest and not to shine bright. So we repress our confidence or charisma. But this shadow is not a weakness, it's our hidden greatness. When you own that power and allow yourself to be seen, your presence expands naturally and you inspire others to do the same. Next one is aggression. Sometimes we hold back our assertiveness because we are told that it's too much or bad. When we allow ourselves to feel and express this aggression in a healthy way, it becomes our confidence and boldness. When we integrate this shadow, it shows up in a strong, clear voice, steady eye contact, and purposeful body movements. Examining our darkest side can be challenging if we are not kind to ourselves. When we are hard on ourselves for making mistakes, it becomes difficult to face our shadow. And to see the shadow, we need a self-reflective mindset. This means noticing our behaviors, thoughts, feelings, impulses, and attitudes, and thinking about how we will react to them. Today, we will have a chance to hear some reflections on this topic from Ekaterina Yeroshova, our newcomer, who will present the thought of the day. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. So the other day I saw an interesting video which asked a simple but powerful question. If you were to describe yourself, to present yourself without mentioning your job, your hometown, your beliefs, all these superficial labels, how would you describe who you really are? So I thought, easy. I'd say something like, I'm someone who dances as if nobody's watching, to show that I don't care what others think of me. But then I paused. I thought, well, that's not actually true, because I do care what others think of me. For example, I hardly ever leave home without makeup, at least without some concealer. I don't show affection in public. I don't hug, don't hold hands. I don't remember the last time when somebody saw me cry. Though when I'm alone at home, I sob through every sad movie scene, like literally. Also, I can be quite selfish, but if you ask anyone who knows me, like no one can say so, because apparently I hide it very well. So see the pattern? I hide quite a lot of parts of my personality, and I'm not alone here. Since childhood, we've been told not to shine bright, to not to stand out, to be like everyone else. But what if we show? What if we let our personality shine? What if we show some authentic self to the world? You might finally start feeling at home in your own skin. So today, I invite you to ask yourself, what are you hiding in the dark? What are you hiding in the shadow? And how will you benefit if you let it see the light?
Thank you, Ekaterina, for such a deep reflection. You just captured the essence of our today's topic. Thank you for that. One place where shadow often lives is our past. It's the moments we regret about or we wish we could erase. But when we look back, not to blame ourselves, but to learn, we begin to integrate those hidden parts, our energy for the present. That is why I would like to introduce our timer. The timer will remind us that the present moment is where life truly happens. When we stay present, not stuck in the past or worried about the future, we give less power to the shadow of the past and more to our actions and growth in the present. So let's welcome our timer, Tatiana Gladysheва.
Thank you very much, Samira. I will tell you a little bit more about time. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, Since I'm a timer, I would like to share with you some thoughts about the importance of timing. If you want to know the value of a year, ask a student who failed the exam. If you want to know the value of a month, ask a mother who gave a birth to a child a month earlier. If you want to know the value of a week, ask the editor of weekly magazine. If you'd like to know the value of an hour, ask a lover who is waiting for his beloved one. If you'd like to know the value of a minute, ask someone who just lost his train, missed his train. If you'd like to know the value of a second, ask someone who lost his love in a car accident. If you'd like to know the value of 1,000th of a second, ask silver medal champion of the Olympic Games. That wasn't my statement, but that was a statement of Bernard Weber, a famous French scientific fiction writer. And I'm sure this guy knows a lot about the dark side of the human. And now I'm going to take you from philosophy to reality and explain you the timing rules of the meeting tonight. So I have these 3 cards of 3 colors, yellow, green, and red, like Lithuanian flags. And when you see the green card, that means you reached the minimum time of your time limit. Yellow card you will see before 30 seconds before the red card. And red card, that means you are almost run out of time. So make sure, watch your timing, and good luck to everyone who is going to be speaking up.
Thank you, Tatiana, for this wonderful storytelling. We all have the tendency to judge other people, right? It's easy to notice mistakes in people around us. But have you ever thought that the same judgment often turns inward? When we judge others harshly, it usually means we are also judging ourselves, even if we are not fully aware of it. And the traits that we dislike in other people are often parts of ourselves that we are afraid to see. And the path to growth is acceptance and compassion. When we approach both ourselves and others with understanding, we become more compassionate and loving, first and foremost towards ourselves. Our grammarian today will bring the same mindset to the meeting, hopefully. Grammarian roles is not to judge, but to help us become better speakers. So welcome, Ekaterina.
Thank you so much. Speaking about shadow, when I was sitting and listening to people here, I was thinking, well, what is my shadow? And I realized, actually, I'm very touching listening again, and I'm grammarian. I should try to find some interesting usage of language and put some notes. However, I was almost crying without any making notes. So my mission today is to help us all to, I don't know, to find clever, vivid, and even effective usage of the words. How I'm going to do so? I'm going to, first of all, listen carefully and try, and this time I'm going to try to put some notes. And also, hopefully, for me, I will try to find some mistakes or missteps in usage of our language. And also, I prepare for this wonderful topic, Samira, thank you for this topic, a word of the day, which is luminous. Does anyone know what does it mean? Luminous. Luminous.
Right.
No, yeah. So it's emitting or reflecting light, shining brightly. And we can use it figuratively, inspiring or radiating great joy. So there are some examples I would like to present. Her luminous smile lit up the entire room. And another one, he gave a luminous explanation of a very complex topic. So I encourage everyone, come on stage, try to use this word in your speeches, in table topics, or in what else we have, some other part of our meeting. So enjoy and thank you so much.
Thank you, Ekaterina, for your luminous presentation. I hope I used it correctly. Sometimes silence can be uncomfortable, right? You try to relax and suddenly your mind starts racing with thoughts you have been avoiding all day. Silence brings to the surface things that you have been pushing down, and that's our shadow speaking. The part of us that prefers distraction over self-awareness. And we will often do the same when we speak. We tend to fill pauses with filler words because we're not comfortable with silence. Silence makes us aware of our thoughts, of ourselves, our listeners, and the energy in the room. And that awareness can feel vulnerable. Do I sound confident? Did I forget what to say? And this also reveals another shadow in communication, the fear of imperfection. But when we learn to pause and to stay present, the silence becomes a space of power and connection with ourselves and with our audience. Today, our account Ksenia Morozova will help us notice those moments and become more comfortable with silence. So welcome to the stage.
Hello, everyone. The purpose of the encounter is to note words and sounds that are used as crunch or pause filler, like and, well, you know, and including or, by anyone who speaks tonight. I will note also when a speaker repeats a word or phrase. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ksenia, for this lovely presentation. Another common shadow is selfishness, but not the kind we show openly. It is the part we often repress because we want to appear kind, generous, and selfless. When we push it too far, we may forget to care for our own needs and we lose balance in our interactions. When we acknowledge this shadow, we can create a healthier balance. We listen to others, but we also stay true to ourselves. Our quiz master will help us practice that balance by asking questions about what has been shared. Artyom Grachov will encourage us to listen more closely and connect genuinely with the audience.
Thank you. Good. Hello, dear guests and Toastmasters. I think that the thought about the importance of the silence is very good. Do you think about it? Silence can help us to understand our feelings, our thoughts, our deep values, and so on. And I think in silence, we have some sort of active listening, yeah, for ourselves. And I want you to be active listeners tonight and to understand speeches and to listen these speeches carefully. So my role is to prepare questions during this meeting, and some at the end of the meeting ask you these questions. And if you answer these questions, you can get some sort of sweet bread. You know what it means? Yeah, and that's all for my role.
Thank you, Artyom. And now it's time for our members to take the stage with prepared speeches. Our next speaker is Dmitry Arutsunyan. He will present his project titled The Solo Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy. And this is a level 1 project from the Presentation Mastery Pathway. And the purpose of this project is to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance a speech. As you listen, please try to pay attention to how Dmitry uses his voice, gestures, and expressions to bring his message to life. Dmitry, the stage is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm again thrilled to be the first speaker of the evening. Oh, and how? And clicker. I understand. Is it working or not?
No, it's working. We just have to point right here.
Right. And it broke again. Okay, let's. I think we can just relax on the clicker issues. Huh? Yeah, I see.
Great. Okay. Now it's working.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. See?
Well, I can turn it into a little icebreaker. Meanwhile, I don't know. We can try to describe our emotions from this evening or something like that while we wait. This? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks. Yes, I'm extremely thrilled to start this evening, and I will start with my speech, The Solo Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy. And again, I like the book, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so it kind of inspired me to tell you about my experience this summer, because I don't know if you had such an experience in your life, but I've never really traveled alone, like really traveled. And I love an adventure. I love going throughout many places while I'm at it. And this summer was, well, it was a blast, let's say that. So my Solo Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy is a set of rules, I'd say, that I've collected throughout 2 weeks. I've been, well, not mostly abroad, but I'd say like 60%. So let's start. Can you please turn to the next slide? Yes. So I could not stop myself from repeating Douglas Adams's joke that don't panic. The first rule of the Solo Traveler's Guide is don't panic. And the guide is definitive, reality is frequently inaccurate. And what does it mean? It means actually the same that Douglas Adams meant in his book. Usually we make an awful lot of plans. We think that our journey will be like this or like that we'll see this thing, that we will not lose the bus, that we'll be on time somewhere. And we are usually not spontaneous because we are very, very strictly trying to fit in the time. And it is really stressful while you're trying to relax, is it not? So it is definitive when you are trying to just have fun from your travel. You can stay somewhere for a day or two longer than you intended, and it wouldn't change a thing, really, because this journey is for you. Then maybe go to the next one. Yes. And the first one would be the Solo Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy has a few things to say on the subject of buses, because when you go to a certain location, it's usually easier to travel by bus or car, anything. And sometimes you think that a person who says you that he will be on spot at 8 p.m. will be on spot at 8 p.m. It is never really the case. He will never be there. He will never be there at 10 p.m. also, because he is caught in the storm somewhere 200 kilometers away, and you are left all alone with all your things. And what should you do? What should you do, really? Have fun. Because this journey, as I already said, is for you, and it's going to get messy one way or another. So, as I already said, it is definitive on every subject. Strange. No, let's stay on this one. It was supposed to, yeah. No, next, yeah. It was supposed to say when plans fail freestyle, but GPTX also made it a little bit messy this time. We'll be fine. So when plans fail freestyle is practically the continuation of my previous slide, because when it all goes wrong, you are in the middle of the mountains at, I don't know, 4 a.m. in the morning. You have absolutely no idea where you are. You have no idea how you are going to get out of there because the bus broke. And it is quite dangerous at this time because rocks keep falling from the sky. Well, they do sometimes. And when plans fail, freestyle. You can have fun even in this situation because you can't really do anything with it, can you? You won't magically teleport from the mountains to, well, you can sort of teleport, but you would not like it, I believe. So freestyle, have fun, watch the stars, and just remember that this day is also happening one time in your life. And this is what journey and adventure is about. So my little guide that I've told you is more about focusing on something rather than plans and more spontaneous journey. Can we go to the next one? And the main issue of this guide is that it's for personal usage only, because all the things I have noticed this summer, I have experienced this summer, they were just for me because it was a solo travel. And I've never did one throughout the years. I've traveled across Europe or Russia, and it was incredibly fun because I had an opportunity to spend time with myself. I never really intended my speech to fit into today's meeting agenda, but all of a sudden it magically did. And I am incredibly glad that I had an opportunity to spend 2 weeks not in utmost silence, but in peace with myself. I'd say it like that. So thank you for listening, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Dmitry, for this amazing speech. And now I would like to welcome our new member, Irina Vladimirova, with her icebreaker distance transformation. This is level 1 project from Presentation Mastery Pathway. And the purpose of this project is to introduce yourself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. As you listen to Irina, please try to notice how Irina introduces herself, structures her ideas with a clear opening, body, and conclusion. So the stage is yours. Thank you.
Few people ask themselves what is actually distance. Most people know that the distance is the space between places. Makes sense. Everybody may count kilometers, meters, or centimeters between things mathematically. But what is about distance in our head? My name is Irina. I grew up in a small city of Smolensk region. Away between my city and Smolensk is 100 kilometers. It's not so far away, is not true? But I have never been in Smolensk during my childhood and youth. Even I didn't have such demand. Most of the people didn't travel a lot at that time. At the same time, my parents loved going to the forest to collect mushrooms and fishing. Even when I was 5 years old, I remember remembering winter fishing and night at the car. So those the distance for me is at that time was enjoyable and fun. If you find something that you look for, the distance doesn't matter. The distance is nothing if you have love in your heart. In my 7th grades, my teacher of French language scolded someone for not learning a lesson. And she mentioned if he was in Paris, you should know all this information. And after that, she started to tell a class about places in Paris, like La Tour Eiffel, les Champs-Élysées, and Notre-Dame de Paris. It was a highly motivated speech, but she didn't impress me because in my head, I could not measure and I could not visualize it as my teacher did. Experience is an important part of distance evaluation. If you travel and discover new places, you may create a picture in your head, remembering a very where you were and what you visited. My first trip to Moscow was 24 years ago, and it was shuttle with shoppy people. If you remember, it's called Челноки. And the shuttle took, comparing to regular bus, the shuttle took less time and arrived at the better location, and I could stay in the bus up to the metro opening the door. When the bus got to Moscow, I had moved to the driver and was sitting on the stairs because to see all lights of Moscow. I really enjoy. My neighbor told me that it was not so interesting there and sounded strange for me. The distance is nothing when one has a motive. Jane Austen wrote in her book, in 2019, I was sitting in the lounge zone of Georgian, charming, magnificent, and old castle near Paris. My friend from UK invited to her wedding. Actually, I didn't think about my French class. I just enjoy so glorious place, and I had been in Paris before, so I realized that if you have enjoy and fun, and after saved, loved in your heart, a distance doesn't matter. So our brain is very adaptive. If you teach him to see above your current place, finding beauty outside of your space, capacity building, motivation, and having fun during your trip, there is no limitation for a distance. A strong motivation make opportunity overcoming physical distance and obstacles effortless. Thank you.
Thank you, Lina, for your icebreaker. And now it's time for a break. Tatiana, how much time do we have for the break?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay.
So guys, I take the seats. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for one of the most exciting parts of this table talk session, where we get to practice our impromptu speaking skills. Our table talk Toastmaster is online, so please welcome Sergey Sajin. That's a pleasure.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me well?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can or can't?
No.
Wait.
Может быть, без наушников?
1, 1, 1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Say something again.
Yeah, can you hear me well now?
Yes.
Because yeah, I can see that yeah, my microphone works well. Okay, can you please give me an opportunity to share my screen? Because I would like to share questions after participants say the number. So participant, the volunteer shares number, then I put it into chart and we'll see the question. So
You can hear. Yeah, you can share the screen now.
Okay, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, we'll try to make it more in the automatic way. Okay, now you can see this screen, and here would be the questions. They are all related to the current topic of this session. So let me introduce our table topics. So shadow is not something to fear, and it's something that's simply hidden and part of us. Some maybe unspoken dots, maybe unexpected strength, or some feelings that we sometimes suppress. And I would like the questions that I would ask today, they to be related to something hidden, to some maybe something that is inside of us, and related maybe to some self-reflection. Before we go deep into the questions, I would like to recollect rules for table topic session, and today we'll stick to the regular rules of table topics. You'll have you will have to speak at least for 1 minute, and after that you will see a green sign, green light, which would signal that 1 minute have passed, and it's okay. After that, if you continue to speak for 1 minute and a half, you will see the yellow sign, and it means that it's better to wrap up your speech and summarize your ideas. And after 2 minutes, you will see red light, and it means that your time is over, and please finalize your speech and finish it. As usual, you will have some seconds to prepare. I would say that up to 10-15 seconds to prepare, but it's always better to start answering your questions as soon as you get it, as soon as you've checked it out, and don't wait for so long to prepare, because in real life you wouldn't have long time to prepare when you have to pitch something, sell something to the guy you're talking to. So it's better to start answer question as soon as you checked it out. But if you need some time to prepare, then 15 or up to 15 seconds of preparation, it's okay if you need it. Yes, so simple. If you have any questions, ask me. If no, then let's start our table topics session. And are there any volunteers who would like to answer the first question? Okay. Okay, so let's, yeah, I don't hear the audience, but yeah, seems that
They are applauding.
Okay, great. So let's check what number do you want to start from? From 1
Hey,
to
Sergey,
10.
number 1.
Number 1. Okay, let's check what our automatic tool will give to you. So please tell us about a moment when you unexpectedly discovered your own strength in a difficult situation.
Dear friends, Toastmasters and guests, can you imagine a Toastmaster club with only 6 participants on a regular basis and a bunch of people who have no value for the club? And all this situation is going nowhere. And to top of things up, the club is located in another city. And the difficult situation I was faced with is to revitalize the club, make it popular. The question says, what kind of strong, positive sides of my character I found out in such unexpectedly harsh situation? When I arrived to St. Petersburg almost 4 years ago, I discovered that I actually know a lot about how to run properly Toastmasters meetings and how to make people who come for the first time just step and how to make them come back to the club. I didn't try to do something new. I just repeated what I learned here in Toastbusters, in Zlatoust, in Optima Forma, and so on. Just for you to know, rule number 1, you need to have a greeter for every meeting. In St. Petersburg, we assigned this role to Michael Wader, a senior member of the club, or to me. When a new face comes to this DOS, we greet it with pleasure. We are very happy to introduce the club, the community, and the benefits of the next 2 hours to member. And during the meeting, we have one extremely good speaker, typically it was Michael Wader, and extremely good evaluator. Typically it was me, and it was very easy because all the time I was talking about Vadim and making fun of them, even if I was a time. So here's your formula. A greeter to make people welcome, a strong speaker, and evaluator who makes jokes about people who don't mind if the jokes about them. And in such bad situation, you can turn things in a positive way and make club flourish. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that's yeah, very very interesting story, and I think that your particular strength is to be a manager, because you found great greeter, great evaluator, and all other roles, and I think that it shows your skills as a good manager. Okay, let's move on. Please, I would ask to turn the camera to the audience. Do we have?
We do have.
Yeah, great.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, what's your name?
Artyom.
Artyom. Okay, Artyom, what is your favorite number from 2 to 10?
6.
6. Okay, let's check what is the question. So, what was your inner saboteur telling you the last time you tried something important?
What is saboteur?
Саботажник.
Okay. Okay. This August, I decided to start dancing boogie woogie. And I I tried really hard, and I have had some advances in that field, and I really liked it. And in one moment, I decided to make a conversation with my teacher for dancing, and say what can I improve, in which way can I improve my dancing. He advised me to go to the festival in St. Petersburg in November. On the last day, I spoke with my wife, and she is now isn't in Russia, and she suggested me to have a meeting in that November, in the time of that festival, and it was very hard decision. I really wanted to go to the festival, but I also really wanted to meet with my wife. So you will think that I have chosen the festival, but no. I have chosen my wife, and I have a little inner sabotage about it, because I cannot improve myself in this way like I want. But it is okay, because I am convinced that I make a proper choice, right choice. I think so.
Yeah, thank you for your story, for sharing this story with us. And yeah, I think it's great that you prefer to be with your wife, and yeah, hope that in the future you will have the opportunity to become better in boogie woogie. Are there any volunteers to continue our show? Who is the next?
Okay, I'm going to be the next.
Okay.
Hi. My name is
Yeah, hi.
Alina.
Alina. Okay. Alina, we have all the
Number
numbers.
5.
Yeah. Okay. Describe a situation where you had to confront a part of your personality you usually keep hidden.
Describe a situation where you had to confront part of your personality you usually keep hidden.
Make it a bit bigger on the screen.
Yeah, the letters bigger, because we can't. Yes, much better.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Welcome.
Okay. Mm. Okay, some people know me already, and I tried to read your mind. You probably think that I'm very friendly, smiling, a nice person. I hope so. You think so about me. But sometimes I can be really not nice. I can be very grumpy and rude and unpleasant to talk to. So that, yeah, like everybody can, right? That's about the part about my hidden part, because normally you don't want to show to other people your bad sides, at least the sides you think are bad. So about the situation that I showed my hidden grumpy part, sometimes it happens at work when I'm tired, sometimes it's happily with my family. But the most important thing I want to say that not to hide this part, just accept it. And sometimes tell people, yes, I could be sometimes rude, I could be sometimes unpleasant, I could be sometimes sad. But please accept me the way I am, and I accept you the way you are in the different situations. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your speech. And all of us have something to keep hidden. And yeah, I believe that. Can you hear me? Because I can't, I can hear you, but it's like not very loud.
Okay, we have another volunteer. She's also Alina.
Okay. Hi, Alina. We have all the numbers except 165. So what number do you want to choose from?
7.
7. Okay. Tell us about a time you acted out of character and it surprised you.
Okay. I can be quite rigid and cold and not show a lot of emotion, even when I'm with my closest friends. And I think it's just a coping mechanism that I've learned since I was a kid. So, which means I don't handle it really well when people show a lot of emotion around me, and I can't comfort people when they're upset. I feel really uncomfortable when someone's crying in front of me, and I don't know what to do. I feel awkward. I feel out of place. I just want to leave. And in the past, every single time I was confronted with an upset person or something of that sort, I immediately just wanted to leave the situation. Even when my grandma had passed away and my mother was really upset, she was crying, obviously, because it was her mom. I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle being around her. So I was basically like, see ya when you get better. No, literally, because I couldn't, for the life of me, muster up any words of comfort whatsoever. But then a few months ago, the same thing happened to my best friend. Something of the same sort. Her grandpa passed away, and we were actually on the escalator coming out of the tube, and she told me about it quite nonchalantly, actually, but it took me by surprise that I immediately felt teary, and I don't know, I just felt really sympathetic all of a sudden, and maybe it was kind of a combination of all of those emotions that were bottled up in me bottled up in me for all these years, that I wasn't letting myself express, that I just kind of cried about her grandpa passing away, even though I've never met him. She wasn't crying herself, but I was. So I would say that was a time that I acted out of character.
Yeah, thank you, Alina, for sharing this inners of your character, and yeah, for this interesting story. Are there any volunteers who would like to
we do
continue?
have.
Number 3.
What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Kate. Number 3.
Kate. Number 3. Okay. Yeah, I thought that it's number 8, but it's number 3. Okay. Okay, Kate. Share a story about a time when fear was worse than the reality of the situation, and what you learned from it.
Maybe seconds to think.
Yes, I need these seconds, and let's imagine that I'm thinking, and I would like to tell that I think I have a poetry in English for today, and I would like to yeah, just share it to you. But I'm not good at reading, and I try to sing it to you. Okay? It will be my first time in public because I never sing in my life. I hope for your patience, really. But I'd love to sing for you today. 3, 2, 1. I look over and through all the road where we are, our dreams coming true, making wish on the star. And how beauty and wonder, everything around us. But why are we under? If you roam, who can trust? Who can change all this world? Who can dive in himself, making gold of a gold that can help us, we say. I belong to this earth, I can't run far away, and my spirit like nurse only here in this way, with these people and sun, with their troubles and winds. Trinity was just done, and I feel my own ring, and I dive into me. Happiness will be there. You are right, it is me. Everyone, everywhere can be happy so much, no one can realize. And you are such, like a fairy or Christ, for you own, for your life, every day and right now. Softly dive inside, dive, and you may show them how. Let's imagine such more about shining inside, about souls of a gold reaching us on my mind, and about the best place where we are and you too. Follow your star in space, and all dreams will come true.
Bravo. I think it's a very nice voice, and I think that we have a new artist for the next Intervision to perform as as Russian singer. Okay, let's move on. By the way, do we have enough time for the next one or two speakers?
I think we can one. Just one more speaker.
Okay. Who would like to be the last speaker in Table Topics session today? Who is this brave guy or girl?
Yeah, we have a volunteer here. Come on. Мы обе были. Давай. Yeah, that's the mic. Don't forget to include it.
Okay,
my name is Elijah Ilya.
Okay, so we have these numbers. So we have 2, 4, 8, 9, 10.
9.
Okay, let's check it out. When was the last time you felt profoundly out of place, and what helped you through it?
Okay, I can start.
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Yeah. Thanks. It's gonna happen time to time, in one situation, next situation. But nevertheless, it helps. What can help me to wait out in the situation with this kind of situations that I remember, I recall, who am I? I mean, not just a body, not just a human, not just a soul. I have spirit. I have, first of all, spirit. I have some powers, some feelings about more than human nature, and this mind, this remember, it helps in any situation, in any different hard situation, hard circumstance, and other things, what can give us stress, and the other different things, which is not going to happen in simple times. And I hope it will help me in the future for better and better. And if I something don't know, it's no problem. I can push my knowledge on another thing, or another things on another parts of different sciences, and it's gonna will be an exit for hard situation. And I think it's a little point for the finish of my speech. Now I try to end, and next speaker here will be stand.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you for sharing when you felt profoundly out of place. Yeah, for me, the last time I felt profoundly out of place when I had to perform as Table Topics session master in another club, and I forgot about it. And then when the guy who was the organizer of this meeting, when he has asked me to come up to the stage, then I realized that it's my name, and I had to get out to the stage, and I felt out of place, definitely. But what yeah, what is interesting, yeah, in your speech is that you push yourself to get knowledge from some parts that you don't know, and this an exit of this from these situations. In my case, the exit was improvisation, and that rescued me the last time I felt absolutely out of place. So thank you for your speeches, and thank you for answers for my questions. I think that we have come up to the next section of our today's meeting. Before we move on, you have time to vote for the best table topics participant, and I think that you have QR codes to vote. If I'm mistaken, then please.
Guys, please scan the QR code on your agenda and vote for the best table topic speaker.
Yeah, you have 1 minute to vote, and yeah, after that we'll move on to the next part of our today's session. And now I'm passing the ball back to Samira.
Thank you, Sergey, for this wonderful table topic session.
Thank you very much.
Luminous, yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now it's time for the evaluation segment of the meeting, where we will receive the constructive feedback on our meeting and the performance of our speakers. So I would like to invite to the stage our general evaluator, Danil Filonov.
While preparing for this luminous meeting, I made a small research. What do Russians think about feedback? And what instrument, what tool did I use? Of course, Yandex Music. And here is the answer. Давать непрошенный совет нет ничего хуже. Советы, как треки ЛСП, никогда не слушал. This is what Russian consider feedback in a negative way. However, here in our community, we agreed that we ask for a feedback. We want to hear other people's impression about our speeches. Ekaterina, can I help you with something? Or Alina, can I help you with something? Now everything is okay? Thank you. We agreed that here we want to hear feedback. And we also agreed that it should be friendly. It should be very direct, and I forgot this word. No, it should be very precise and detailed. What exactly you do right and what exactly you do wrong. Normally, the first part of the feedback consists of some positive ways of making a speech. The personal evaluator does this for one and only one purpose: to let audience know the techniques that the presenter used, because some of them are visible to everyone and some of them should be named so everybody understands and use it next time. Second part of this feedback, to find room for improvement, what can be improved next time. And the third is again positive, to make sure that the speaker will leave the meeting motivated and he comes again in 2 weeks. And the first personal evaluator who will just do what I told you will be Marina. Marina is a personal evaluator for Dmitry. Let me remind you, the objectives of Dmitri's speech. It was to use his body language and vocal variety. Thank you, Marina.
The Solo Traveler's Guide to the Galaxy. Me too. I was really impressed by the way you presented us the logo, the title of your personal book, your own book. It was created and drawn on our screen so professionally that I was really intrigued what you would tell us. As for the speech and all the things which were done great. First of all, you two, sorry.
Oh, Сергей нас не слышит.
If he still is here. Okay, so let me just repeat a couple of words about Dmitri's speech. First of all, what I liked in your speech is the presentation you showed us on the screen. It was done professionally and the picture caught my attention. It was luminous and I liked how what I was anticipating with it. I was thinking about something that you will tell us about those guys, oh my God, from Marvel. Okay, never mind. So then you had included your personal story in your speech. And this example is usually a good thing to do because when you are presenting something personal, it always touches each one sitting in the audience. What was done also great is your humor. You are good at it. You are feeling comfortable staying here no matter what technical problems you have, no matter that you didn't prepare your speech. Anyway, you look great. And one more point is that you are very stylish, good looking, and just continue doing this way. Several things which you would like to, I hope that you would want to work on is the purpose of the speech itself, the usage of your gestures, your body, the stage, and your voice. First of all, I would like to tell to all the speakers staying here, just mention where I stay. When you come here, just imagine that Samira almost don't see you, at least Samira. Camera, that's okay, just look at the screen. But when you are standing here, you have more space for everything you want to do on the stage. First of all, if you want to attract your attention, you can come closer and speak a little bit lower. When you were telling us something about problems with the bus, or when you told us something about, just let me find something about freestyle, you can shout it, like make a pause before this word, yeah? When plans fail, freestyle, right? This is what you can do with your voice and with all the structure of your speech. Then what you can also do is use your hands. You don't have this shitty thing, okay? So you were just saying like this. One gesture that I noticed was done great is when you counted something, you did like this, and it was like something sharp when you are counting things. But in all other situations, you can tell us first. The first guide for a solo traveler is this. Then it is this, and then this. For example, some other things, how you can use your gestures. And the thing to challenge yourself is the structure. As far as I understood, you did not prepare your speech well. That is why I highly recommend you to present it once again using all those, using the stage, using the gestures, your voice, but also try to create some structure, because this is the thing which attracts our attention. First, you introduce why it is great to travel solo and why Galaxy. Hell, through the whole 4 or 5 minutes of your speech, I was thinking, what about the galaxy? Why you did mention it, but you didn't talk about it? Then point 2, for example, you suggest give some tips for a solo traveler or for something like this, something that people can take with them. And the last part is conclusion. I always tell through the last 2 months to each Toastmaster member, I give my feedback. Think about conclusion, because people will take this with them home and think about it, because each speech brings something important to everyone sitting here. So the idea was great, the presentation was great, your humor and calmness here is also great, but please work on the aim of this project and present it once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. You are quite brave to advise to repeat a speech. It doesn't happen too often in Toastmasters. Only me, you, and few other members recommend such things. As for my piece of advice, I would recommend first learn to walk with the audience and then learn to run with the presentation. What you need to learn first, Dmitry, is to connect with the audience. And it was impossible today for you to connect with us because the majority of time you were looking here. You were looking to the big TV. We were looking to the big TV. So between us was a barrier. Maybe next time, don't use any presentation. Try to talk with people. Try to look at their eyes using different techniques, but try to connect, to relax, to see the bond between us. And then in a couple of speeches, you may use presentation. You may try it using some very important things to illustrate what you're talking about, like graphs or, I don't know, sketches. Thank you. Number 2. Today, we heard the icebreaker made by Irina. The purpose of the speech was to introduce the speaker to the audience, and the personal evaluator today is Artur. Please come to the stage. Тебе тоже надо?
I need a mic. Check, check. Thank you, Daniel. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the most important thing stepping out of the shadow? Is holding the icebreaker at Toastmasters. And this was the first speech of Irina. And I want to congratulate you for that speech, because it is an enormous step for every Toastmaster to gather all the courage you have to step on the stage and to present yourself. And the main point of the icebreaker is to understand how a speech is built. You have an opening, you have a body, and you have a closing. This is in theory. And today you presented this theory in practice. You had an opening, you had an open question. What is the distance? What is distance for you, guys? This was your opening. And then the body, you presented a whole journey, your life, or situations out your life in the body. And this presents also that you are a very adventurous human being. So you have a very rich life you choose to share with us today. And then you have also a closing, and the closing was a message. I will come later to it. What I would like to challenge you for your next speeches is, as I've already mentioned, you have a very vivid journey behind you. Smolensk, UK, Paris, and Moscow again. You used a lot of vivid images, Moscow, like you saw the lights, you sat on the bus and so forth. This is very interesting, but we all want to see your feelings. We want to feel you. We want to hear you. We want to feel you. And then we want to keep this momentum to feel our own experiences, how we felt in these situations, what kind of emotions we felt, joy, despair, or maybe anger. We don't actually know. We saw a lot of images, but not your emotions, because emotions are the definition of who you actually are. Next point, when you are choosing stories, choose not too much stories. Choose one or two stories where we can see your transformation. You had an impulse and then you wanted to transform yourself. You were, for example, you were terrified of something. I have, for example, fear of heights. And then you can show us what kind of experiences or methods you took up to overcome this fear. You understand? And this is an exemplary strategy for every speech, to show us your way. And at the end, the self-reflection. It's the best thing you can ever do here at Toastmasters Club. And as I mentioned before, your brilliant message. And this is how I want to close my evaluation speech. Distance is irrelevant when you have love in your heart. Thank you very much. Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Artur. I really enjoy how you park the bus here for a lot of minutes, and you're the only person I enjoy doing this, because it's a lot of value all the time I hear you. Thanks. What I really enjoyed about Irina's icebreaker is her ambition to make things on a very difficult level. She used some music, and here we're on the same page. In our club Optima Forma, we bought a new audio and we use it for a couple of speeches. However, we understand it's impossible to use audio and be on the stage at the same time. So for our club contest, I brought a professional oil and gas engineer, Nikita, who was in charge for pressing the button, play and stop. I encourage you to use music as much as you want. However, assign this to anybody from the club. People will be very supportive, I think, and they will help you to make things enjoyable for everyone. And please stand up and clap for the icebreaker speech. Thank you. Let's move on to our agenda. And we would like to hear the report of account. Ksenia, please come on stage and share with us.
Okay, my report. My personal list of champions' dirty speeches. Pause filler users. Me, of course, 3 times. Dima, more 10 times. Ira, more 10 times. Use and more. Serежа. Oh, okay. Hello. Kate, a very nice song. It's beautiful. Your speech of the speakers clear, like mountain spring. It's off. It's enough.
Thank you, Ksenia. Now we know everything about dirty Serежа and his boss. Do you want to hear a piece of advice from me? Next time, just not if you want. Next time, you may not use your notes when you present your role, because you see, what may happen if you don't have notes? It will be just a festival of fillers, yes, and filler words. But this is just the meaning of your role. So the worse your explanation of role will be, the better the quality. Also, off the radar, we have one filler sound that Ksenia uses today a lot. It sounds like kissing. And recently, we learned how to speak without it. Anna, you little bit open your mouth and you speak. First open, then speak. If you try to speak, but the mouth is closed, sometimes you do kissing sound. Now everybody know. I had that for years, this problem, but recently Yegor of Optima Forma Club, he goes to dictors course, whatever it's in English, and he told me, open your mouth and speak, not the other way. Easy. Now my sound is much more professional. Ekaterina, are we ready with the grammarian report? Or should I say luminous grammarian report?
The environment is not safe now. Looks like, I don't know it, I believe. Because no Sergey, but I'm giving. Of course, that's okay. Yeah. So, guys, it was so nice, so good, and luminous. Almost nobody said that, only 3 people. And I would like to start with the end. Samira is the winner of today's word of the day. She used 2 times. And you're the winner. Let's applaud. So I noticed just the small mistakes when people told. So first of all, I'm not going to say the name the people said that, but probably people already know. I remembering, it's better to say remembering me or I remember. Enjoy, and one person, I should say swollen endings. And she already, we told, she just swole as IED ending. So next time, try to remember and say it carefully, any words. And Sergey, unfortunately, is not here, but his style, speaking style, is very interesting for me because he always said ends, so with ending some S sound at the end of almost any word. He said, or she said, 6 participants. It's not okay. Also, I was faced with. The better say I was faced, not with, just something. To say my teacher. It's better to say to ask my teacher. Share to you, not share to you. Better to say share with you or with somebody else. Made a research. Better to say did some research. Also in charge for, in charge of, better to say. And I found a lot of interesting phrases. Yes, I have no time. That is why I'm going to read just a few. When plants fall, freestyle. I just love it. Rocks fall from the sky, also interesting usage. Opportunity to spend some time with myself, in peace with myself, also very interesting was for me. Also, again, coping mechanism, acting out of character, also. Probably that's it. I mean, a lot of, but it's enough for now. Thank you so much. And it was interesting to follow each speech.
Thank you. Now we know the secret of dirty Sergey. A lot of S words in the end. The timer report. Looks like we are behind. We need reasons. Yes.
Dear Toastmasters, Mr. General Evaluator, we started late tonight and all the structure of the meeting has been reconsidered also in terms of timing. Nevertheless, we did pretty good. For the first part of the meeting, only Irina went over time, but significantly over 1 minute and 30 seconds. But in the second part of the meeting, we all did very bad. For instance, for table topic session, only Alina stayed within the allowed time frames. Everyone went over. Only Alina, a good one. And for both of the evaluators went over the time, Yekaterina went over time, and we already over the time. So I'm giving the stage back to Mr. Evaluator, who went over time significantly, even though you don't have. Remember.
But only me with the reason. Let's start with other reasons. First, it was my inner presentation, which we didn't have in our agenda. Very nice presentation. I hear it for like 6 years and it still lacks the you message. What is here for me? There are so many clubs in Poland, so many people somewhere also in Finland and so on, and they do something, but they never do anything to improve my public speaking. Anna's public speaking, I don't know. So probably you will add some material in this regard. Thank you very much. I need to say that I didn't enjoy the material. However, I enjoyed Marina on the stage. The connection was high. I talked today a lot about the connection with the audience, and she did it pretty well. Why I'm saying this? Because the next speaker was Samira. And I didn't hear Samira for a couple of minutes. What to do in a situation when you are the next after Marina? You need to understand that the first, like, I don't know, 30 seconds, 1 minute, you need to devote to what? The word of the day, connection with the audience. You don't start with the material. You start with presenting yourself, with presenting whatever you want, something very easy. We, as a human beings, on Wednesday evening, we need time to switch from one topic to another. Please use at least 1 minute to do it. And then you can start with presentation with very, how to say it in English, with very complicated material. And also the main purpose of the Toastmaster of the day, and to get things going for the audience. I would recommend to the next Toastmaster of the day, probably speak less, but talk more with people. Maybe things will. I need to wrap up, I think. So you understand my point anyway. Let us hear the quiz master, because I really need to drink. Barney, from the How I Met Your Mother, I know Barney. Could I help you with that?
Yes, please. Okay. My questions is not interesting and silly enough, but still. What was the question of speaker? I don't understand this signs. 1 second. Once again, what are you hiding in the shadow? Yeah. Yeah.
Who asked the question?
Yeah.
No, the one of Samira. What was your name?
Yeah.
It's my Barney. Finally, we figured out the question.
Who can we ask about the value of the thousand of a second in terms of our time? No.
Olympic champion.
Yeah, in terms of our timer. Then the first rule of the solo la 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 in the speech of the Dmitry. Yep. And the last rule of this speech. What was the last rule of the speech of the Dmitry?
Don't panic. No, that was the first rule. Oh. Travel solo. No.
Arina said it.
Improvise or something.
Freestyle. Yeah.
Freestyle.
Yeah, I think Artur. Then what is the distance in terms of Irina?
No.
It's 50 more than 2 smiles.
The time you need to go over.
What is the distance in terms of Irina?
Distance
In icebreaker speech.
Distance is 0 if you have love in your heart. Distance is nothing when you have a motive.
Yeah, love in your heart. Normally. What composition Irina have turned on her phone at first time? Not bad. What club Daniil was managing? Not bad. And I think the last question. How to avoid kissing sound?
What?
Open mouth shows.
Yeah.
Thank you. Never met person.
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. We speak about table topics and how to make it better, but probably we don't have time. Just to wrap up, on the next meeting, I introduce a drinking game. Every time I mention Optima Forma, we drink a shot. So, Samira, stage is yours. We are on a deep space battle club.
Oh, yes, I remember this Google.
Okay, thank you guys for this wonderful meeting. I hope that you all enjoyed it. And as you know, all our members follow the educational program called Pathways. And the very first project in this program is Icebreaker Speech. And I would like to invite to the stage Irina Vladimirovna and present Icebreaker ribbon.
Great.
Okay, thank you. And we also had very engaging table topic session. And I would like to invite to the stage the best speaker, and this is Alina Yakovlevna. Alina, this is the sign of the universe. You have to join our club.
Hold it, smile.
It's for you. Okay, guys. Next time we meet in 2 weeks. We meet in 2 weeks in the same place. I hope that you will all come again. And we go to the after party. Where? Or maybe Georgian restaurant. Okay. And now, yes, let's take a group photo.